Donnie B got to be.
You see that? You see that, Donnie? I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Now I hear you.
Okay. Yeah. What's good, everybody? It's Donnie B got the beats. We live on From My Perspective. I'm joined by my beautiful big face sister, Ruthie Renee. What's going on with you?
What's up, big face?
Ain't nothing, man. Ain't nothing. We joined by the other big face in this. Christina King Pickett immediately jumps in from the sidelines. What's going on with Sissy? Good evening. So hopefully we get her on today. Happy belated brethren. So Ruthie Renee, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. Got my little glass of wine. I'm sitting back. I'm chilling. I got to saw you. I said, I got to see you a few days ago.
Yeah.
It was a good weekend. It was good to see you. I miss you.
Yeah, missed you too, man. It was a good weekend, man. I ain't been back to the good old DMV in some time, so it was good to venture back and just kind of detox, man. Get away because people don't understand. LA is hectic, you know what I mean? But good to be around family again and just kind of be able to detoxify. Mm-hmm. You know how it goes, but you know what we got going on here today, right? You know what today's topic is?
I do.
You do?
Yep. Yes, let me do the drum roll this time.
Okay. You do the drum roll.
Something I think we all have in common.
That in the drum roll.
I got combos with my own drum. No, I think something we all have in common, which is pet peeves. Pet peeves in a relationship.
Hey.
Now I gotta put the disclaimer out there though. Don't be sitting up here arguing at the end of the night. Don't be comparing y'all issues, whatever we talking about. Don't take the energy home. And if it ever gets to that point, talk it out. You're an adult. Put your big boy drawers on. Put your big girl panties on. Duke it out. Love it out. And press on.
I like that. Love it out. That's the first of all, shout out to Wickham Ave Styles by Wickham Ave. Make sure y'all pick up the Wickham Ave gear online. But they need to have a shirt, Wickham Ave. I know y'all hear me. Love it out. Love it. You know, and earrings. I can't. I'm sorry, but I can't go with you on your journey on that one. But you know what? Glom is glom in any way. It is what it is. We're going to talk about pet peeves in relationships. Ruthie, how do you feel about pet peeves in relationships? Let's start there. Let's not talk about the pet peeves yet specifically. Let's talk about how do you feel about pet peeves having a place in relationships? What are your thoughts?
I don't know. Pet peeves have me confused because I be looking at it like, is it them or is it me? You know, or imagine, just certain things may possibly irritate me because I literally sat here and had the nerve to have to write a list of pet peeves. Now it's to the point I feel like I'm being petty now. Like, come on now, who has a list? Because at the end of the day, you should want to love a person for who they are. So, like, if one of my pet peeves is, I hate a person who's sitting here chewing like, that's a pet peeve of mine. Pet peeve of mine. Chew with your damn mouth shut.
Uh-huh.
But if that's who they are, and I'm supposed to love them for who they are, then I'm supposed to accept them for who they are. So I'm kind of like, I don't know. It was just weird writing it down. And then as I'm writing it down, it was like I felt myself critiquing myself. I don't know. But it was weird. But I still wrote my damn list down, though. I got a list. I got a whole list.
Hey,
but
so go ahead.
I got one I just want to drop out there. And I think it's very important.
Okay.
Hygiene. Bad fucking hygiene.
Hygiene is
as
bad.
an adult. Now, if you got bad hygiene as an adult, you's a trifling ass. Like, COVID-19 just showed me some crazy stuff out here. It's no reason we should have some signs to say, remember to wash your hands. Motherfucker, what was you doing in the first place? What were you doing before, folks? Like, you just now want to buy some Lysol?
Yeah.
Clean yourself. Clean your space. Hygiene. Brush your teeth. Groom yourself. I don't know. That's a pet peeve.
I can understand that. Getting into pet peeves is funny to me because I think both of us could go through lists of things, and that list will keep going. But I think we need to get to the why is it important. But I will go with you on your journey with hygiene because I'm sorry. There's just certain things I can't do. You say you're supposed to love somebody for who they are. I mean, if who they are doesn't have hygiene with them, it's like I don't understand. Our journey. You know what I mean? So I think, ladies and gentlemen, wash your stinking booty. That's all I'm saying to you. Wash your hands, wash your stinking booty. We'll do the whole nine. Again, don't have us preach at you. We're not preaching at you. For somewhere in the world. People
wash
might
eggs.
stinking booty. Okay, they might come with that.
And use a washcloth. I understand y'all non-washcloth having people. Use a washcloth.
Well, you don't always have a washcloth.
Well, when the moments you do you use it or you just look at it like you don't need it? You need to scrub yourself. Scrub that butt.
But what if you have a loofah?
Oh, for that too. Any product. I'm just talking about the ones who just squirt some soap on their body and then try to lather it up and they feel like that's clean.
Well, that's good. It's putting the scents on the body so that it can wash and further rub off with the essential oils that come perspire from beneath the follicles of the. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I get your point. Kudos to that. Now, as far as pet peeves in relationship, before we get into what the next one is, because I'm sure your list is pretty expansive. But again, do you really think that they have you answered the question earlier and you said, your reason behind it. And I guess the question I want to ask is, why is it a thing where you have to love somebody for who they are? Why is that right? Well, think about it.
Because if a person don't love you for who you are, they're gonna complain all damn day. Like, I mean, that's not genuine. That's not. No. Like you fell in love with music, right? You love every bit of everything about music, from the sound.
I don't love everything about music. I love everything.
Well, you love music. It's one of your passions, and so I think of a person the same way. You put love into an item, put love into a person. That's what's wrong with this world.
Well, my music has hygiene.
It's like love, Donnie.
I get it.
Lack of love.
Look, I get your point, and I'm not trying to be like, Oscar the Grouch, Krabby Patty. I'm saying from a perspective of why is it that we have to love the person for who they are? Because I believe, and I could be wrong, but shouldn't relationships be 50-50?
No, 100. Matter of fact, 200. God damn it, I'm bringing 100, you bringing 100. Still, at the end of the day, we're going to match each other's number, but there ain't no 50-50 if we want 100 shit. We all going to put forth 100. So we can get 200. I
was testing you and you passed because I absolutely believe it's 100. I'm 100% of myself. 50-50, what's that? That's like 1952. Okay? But we need 100 out here. But then we said this in previous episodes too. When you're talking 100, what does that even mean? Okay.
I mean, I think it all depends on their couple. Like they the ones who have an understanding of each other. So it's whatever that couple may feel like it's best for them, because at the end of the day, that's who the journey is with them two. It ain't everybody else's opinion on whatever stipulation. It's what they want. It ain't what you want. It ain't what I want. It then becomes what we want. That's how I see it. I think that's how it should be.
And it makes sense. It makes a ton of sense. I don't disagree with your point. I do want to ask this though. Mm-hmm. With that being said, with relationships and pet peeves, right? Do you think that pet peeves, when we talk about what pet peeves are, do you think that it's the pet peeve is something that you do not enjoy but can deal with, or these are red flags and I can't deal with this, like, unless this person changes this?
I do think it's a combination of both. It is. I would say it definitely is. I mean, some things I'm pretty sure a pet peeve can turn into a red flag. Like I can have a pet peeve of saying somebody a disrespectful person, or disrespectful. That can really turn into something serious because of their disrespectful actions. So, and that will be a huge red flag. Like, it could be abuse.
Yeah. Okay. Simone is in the building. Everything wrapped in one to me. I get it, Simone. I agree to an extent. And Uncle Mars says big time.
Hey, Jamar came with the biggest April Fool joke yesterday.
Okay. Yeah. I had to get on the phone with him and kind of monkey out with him right quick, because I was like, I don't even.
It went over so many people's head.
Man, and all I got all his head up here. So imagine the journey that joint went on around here, boy. I was like, I had to call him. I was like, bro, congratulations. He was like, bro, what's the date? Damn, got me. You know what I mean? Crystal Bolden's in the house. What's going on, Crystal? Oh, I know she got the perspectives.
Oh, I gotta tell you something.
Okay, I'm sure. I'm get a room or something. Anyway. So like I said, pet peeves and relationships are interesting because to me, I'm very careful and selective of words that I attach. You know what I mean? Because a lot of words that are said, there are emotional connections to those words. So when you hear those words, you automatically flinch or put your guys up like, what's good? You know what I'm saying? So for me, I don't generally have pet peeves. I don't look at it in that respect. I look at it from a perspective of got that ass. We got to put that in context. So you just see that up on screen. Okay, got that ass that he's talking about. He's referring to the April Fool's joke. Ladies and gentlemen, for those that we got to connect it. It's 2022, okay? Because we don't want to say got that ass the next thing we cancel. But anyway, I'm careful of the words that I attach and associate to things. So I either like things or I don't. And if I don't like them, I'll let that person know that I don't like them. And then from there, it's can we make a deal? Can we not make a deal? I try not to cry over too much spilled milk. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's a problem. You can't win every battle as far as I'm concerned. So with pet peeves, it's like I don't really have any. So I don't. This is an interesting talk to me, but I can definitely tell you about things I do not like. Is that fair?
Ain't that a pet peeve then? If you can tell me things you don't like.
This is why I wanted to double down on the term. Because again, a pet peeve, it can be a deal breaker to some people when they're talking about it and discussing what pet peeves are.
So then that's what you should say. The deal breakers. Deal breakers or pet peeves. Because pet peeves would be something you just don't like, but we have some deal breakers.
Okay.
And some pet peeves.
That's what I should say.
You agree to that?
I do agree. I was just saying I gotta holler at our communications department. They got this one wrong. You know what I mean? We'll get it.
Because I'm trying to look. You're confusing me.
I'm picking with you, man. I'm picking with you. Anyway, pet peeves. I feel you. It's important to understand when you have an argument. What are you arguing for? To me, and this is one of the things that, and not to make it a higher situation other than the topic here, but that was one of the things that I had an issue with the social climate, where people are talking about, oh, you're doing all of this, this rah rah, and you doing all this protesting and hollering. Okay, but what do you want? You know what I mean? Like, you talk about this, but what do you want? If you cannot adequately convey what you want or what you don't like, then how can you expect to get what you want? If that makes sense, you get me or you don't get me?
I get what you're saying. I get
You
what
don't
you're
agree?
saying. To me, it sounds like that's a communication problem.
Fair, fair.
Yeah.
And to Jamar's point, he said the same thing. There's everybody wants to be the winner in a relationship, right? So it's a communication thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know?
Why can't both be winners?
Well, I think that's to me that's the difference between this relationship and that relationship. You see what I'm saying? Because in some relationships, there's people that are mature enough and have emotional IQ enough to be able to say or understand where that person's coming from. You know what I mean? And Jamar, but then there's other people that expect you to just get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Oh, you should just know. Okay, how?
Yeah, mind readers. I
Hey,
mean, is it wrong to say that you should know? Like, say you're together for years. And I mean, some of them damn things you shouldn't pretty much know a person. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's still stuff we learn about each other, but come on, the basics now. Come on now.
what? What's at the root of what someone wants, though? That's exactly what I'm saying, Jamar. See, Uncle Mar gets it. He remember. It really boils down to the
What did
communication.
you say?
He said, "What's at the root of what someone wants, though?" Basically, the same question that Ed said. It basically boils down to it. It goes back to communication. We had this conversation earlier before, where you've got to be able to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
That is essential. How can you say you know what this other person knows? How can you say that this other person knows what you want if you're not telling them what you want? You know what I mean? Like you said, nobody's a mind reader. These things is coming in. We got be
Oh my
easy in the building. Communication is key. That's it. Aha. Nobody can read someone's brain. Yeah, he's right. It's better than I don't even understand what language that is. It's better than arguing and shouting and saying communicate. I get it. We love you, Simone. Simone, you already know what time it is. You already know. You know. Arguing. That's it's Belizean probably. Anyway, again, pet peeves and relationships are as follows, right? Like these, and let me know if you agree or do not agree with the term. Pet peeves in relationships are when you see something that you don't like and it annoys the jack shit out of you. Fair?
Okay.
Oh, here she come.
Nah, I'm not.
No, I'm talking about Simone. Your old shiny forehead. The girl don't maybe get it.
I know. My joint glossing over this.
No, she coming for me now. Auntie Simone, don't make me come get you.
I thought she said me.
Nah,
but shit, I know myself.
Yeah, she talking about me. It's cool. I'm gonna let that one slide because you baby sis. Okay. Here we go. This is interesting. What's your thoughts on this? I don't know if I want to read all that. I'm gonna just leave this up there while we're talking. Everybody else can read it. Okay, you want to do that? Okay. I clean a certain way, but your significant other tells you to do it this way. I get real annoyed real quick. If you want it done a certain way, you do it. I stop doing it, or I get pissed off and said, "Here you go." If you're trying to help me, show me a different way, just say that. Be honest, please. Thank you. I agree with that to an extent. I mean, I think, but again, that speaks to a higher issue that is not the topic of the show, right? And I think that higher issue is, expectancy. And what do you believe in expectations of relationships? I don't necessarily think it's fair to expect anything other than someone to be loyal to you and be respectful and loving. You know what I mean? Everything else is, inconsequential. It's one of those things, like I'm coming home at 6 p.m. and I better have my eggs and bacon on the table, like
6 p.m. Breakfast.
Hey man, like, I want what I want on time. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost ludicrous to understand that we were at a place where that was the norm, but that was the norm, right? And expectations when you have a partner, I think is very unfair because the expectation I'm making you my slave of what I expect to be done for me, which is fair. That's fair. But you in turn got to look at just what you're asking for, so you can make sure you're getting your return on investment, A, and B, that you have an understanding of the symbiotic relationship between you and your partner. Because how can you say I'm looking out for you and all you worried about is what you're doing for me? Is that fair? Is that fair, Auntie Ruth?
I would say, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
You gonna marry a llama? Okay. That's like Lord. Their hair be on fleek though. So I mean, y'all gonna have little llamas. Yeah, they're the hair. You know what I'm saying? They be having a little jump and they be chewing and spitting. You know what I'm saying? So,
is that the one where the reporter was standing next to the llama and he spit on?
Short. I'm gonna just go with your journey on that one because I'm sure it was on YouTube. When I think of reporters, I think of the dude with the ostrich, the black dude, he had glasses. He was sitting next to him. Yeah. Now that was hilarious, but that was not a llama.
It was the ostrich.
Yeah, the llamas had like the little swoosh with just the Euro jump, and they just be chewing like they chewing gum. But anyway, pet peeves relationships. So you already identified one pet peeve. Ruth, talk to me. What is your pet peeve? What's your next one? I should say.
Okay.
List.
Okay. Let me see. Which one I'm gonna give y'all?
That must be something.
Don't ever compare me to another female or another relationship.
Yes.
That is a pet peeve.
That's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
That's understandable because it's pretty much unfair, So I get it.
I don't like that one.
Llama and hats.
Or
Or
like if you're too friendly.
Okay, define too friendly. Ruthie Renee.
You know what too friendly is.
Nope. I'm very. I'm so.
Friendly. You know what I mean.
What does it mean?
You're too friendly.
So, what if somebody told you too friendly?
I'm like, shit, you shitting me. I don't even like people. I don't even feel like talking to people. So I know you're lying.
But maybe to them, you being too friendly.
Yeah, that's true. I ain't looking at it like that.
It's all perspectives, right?
It is. That's what it is.
You got to understand exactly what it is. I mean, okay, cool. So you want me to be a slave and not looking at anybody in the eye, or you want me to say hello to people, and walking in the street? That was happening.
See, relationships is too much. This shit might as well come with applications. Like you got to fill this out from the beginning. Like you need to go. It need to be a background check before you get into relationships. Because who's going to remember that? What's your pet peeve? Your mouth open. I can't talk to them. Like you really don't know until you start going through things with people. It's too much to remember.
Yeah, and Jamar says I got to speak on Jamar right quick. He said he's a friendly mofo. Let me tell you something. The mayor, the mayor, he's the mayor of Santa Monica, low key. He knows I've been calling him that since I moved out to LA. And you say somebody is friendly, that man is a very friendly individual. I'm not even gonna go there, but he's a very friendly individual. When you talk about you too friendly, it should be a picture with him next to the term, like too friendly. Not to get you in trouble, though, Uncle Mar. I love you. I love Jabbar. Jabbar has always been. He's a man. I'm trying to tell you, should run for politics. You're in the wrong profession, brother. But yes, too friendly it comes with connotations. And who are you to tell somebody that they can't say hello to somebody?
All right, so say you're not dating to some weird, nothing like that, but
Yeah, we know that's not happening.
and I'll go talking to this guy.
Mm-hmm.
He was a friend of mine, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing this shit right in your face. How you gonna feel?
Mm-hmm. 10 years ago, I'd have been in my bag. Not even gonna lie to you. Because 10
Why?
years ago, because 10 years ago I was an idiot. I had to, you know what I'm saying? Like I had to understand, I had to learn what emotional intelligence is. You know what I mean? You have friends, you have a whole life. You got people at work that's male. So if you know what I'm saying, like if we at a party and me and we was dating, and me and you go to a party, and then you decide you want to go run off, you know what I'm saying, like go have a conversation, you having a conversation. Like what I'm gonna be upset for? You know what I mean? I also I just think it's funny that people take it that far to say what you can and can't do. If you spend more time talking about what you can do in a relationship instead of what you can't do or what you're not allowed to do, the relationship it'll be as solid as I've ever seen, for sure. It's just about what you're willing to put into it. That's my take on it.
Do you
Simone,
practice what you preach?
yes. And you do like my thing is, do you not know me? Anybody that really knows me is like one of those things where it's like, you tell me where you can't check that box off. I am literally the same way with everybody because I make it a point to be the same way with everybody.
Okay. I like to ask people that.
That's it, and that's a very fair question. But but you understand when people give you that response, you know what time it is with the people, and 8 times out of 10, it's been my experience. Not saying that it's truth for everybody else, but it's been my experience. 8 times out of 10, a lot of people just don't have a high emotional IQ. They really don't. They don't understand it. It's like they're aloof. They're like a flock of birds flocking around outside eating bread. When it comes
So
to
it could be like how they were raised. Some people really weren't taught how to love.
true, but okay, then there's this. There's hello, being friendly, but the inference of being too friendly, and one could say, you know what I mean when somebody says you're being too friendly, right? It is you flirting. See, I'm not gonna be like, okay, you know what I'm saying, like you being too friendly. No, you're flirting. Like let's eliminate all of the confusion, right? If you over there, Jordan, and you don't smile like that at home. Come on now. You don't smile like that. We watching freaking Mike Epps, the new Mike Epps special. You ain't crack a smile like that. But this dude say honey butter in your ear, and all of a sudden you fucking grinning. Like, what's going on, bro? You know what I'm saying? Or I get around this Joe, like, it's all good, and you cooling, and all of a sudden now you talk this old Michael Ealy face ass motherfucker, and then it's jokes and everything is ha ha. Come on now. That's when it's like, okay, extra. But if anybody that knows me, that's why it's weird for me, because I just keep it a buck with everybody. Like, it is what it is. Like, I have this conversation this way with these people. I have this conversation with these people. But one thing I'm very selective of the energy that I give out to people. So the energy that I give is the energy that I give to that person. Period. You know what I mean? But I don't look at it from a perspective of, well, she's smiling extra. Oh, she bad as mud. I need to get up. No. I mean, like that's just not how I operate. So that's why it's weird for me to see other people do it. But people are people. I feel like I'm talking too much. Ruthie Renee. I mean, jump in there at any point in time.
I was gonna say, what's your pet peeves?
So let's arrive back at that destination, right?
What is your pet peeves? Talk to me.
I'm gonna do it, but let's clear this queue right quick. I'm gonna definitely show out. Simone says, "Yeah, and don't tell me I should do something like another female. Oh, you should get this too. This looks nice, just because you see another female in it and feel like you're trying to clone another female. That's interesting.
Like
That's interesting.
he want her to dress and look like another girl.
Okay, that's fair. The question that I would say with regard to that, Simone, is did he flat out tell you that you should look like this person because you look like that person? Or did he say you should wear this because that looks nice on that person and he could see you wearing that and you killing it? I'm saying
I got stepping for Simone on this one. That one, what you just said, it was stupid. He know better.
Okay.
We know what he doing. We can read between the lines. It don't take a rocket scientist. Just know.
I mean, okay, but
he knew what he was doing.
I'm saying, listen, I'm saying, I don't know what he was trying to do because, you know what I'm saying, I don't know him. I'm saying from a perspective of, it's easy. Like, I'm one of those guys to be like, hey, baby, you should get that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That looks nice. Like, I am a champion for people who look good. If this is what you do and it makes you look good, I'm gonna tell you, it makes you look good. You should do that. If you do not look good in that, I'm gonna tell you, I don't think that's the move.
What does she think she look good in it?
Who?
Yeah.
Simone?
Yeah, like you talking about, like, you gonna go get something for her to wear that you think will, look good on her.
But I learned a long time ago to not try to dress a woman. And as arrogant as ridiculous as it sounds, no, it's not even about it being that in fact that it's a woman, me trying to dress a woman. It's at the end of the day, you know how you want to present yourself to the world. I'm a champion. I'm a fan of yours. So if that don't look good, I'm gonna just tell you that don't look good. But if you look good in that, I'm gonna tell you that you look good in that. You know what I mean? That's your business. That's your brand. Like, how you want to do it? Yo, okay, cool. You wear the fucking turban on your head. That's awesome. But then some people wear the turban on their head, like, not so much. You know what I mean? So,
but that be your opinion.
I'm just saying. I don't know how else to do it, but keep it a buck. I can understand that how people take things because I'm very sensitive to words. Very sensitive to words. So if you say something with a certain kind of with a word or whatever, it's like, are you really sure that that's the appropriate word? You know what I mean? And then you add the inflection to it. Most people hear voice inflection and then, think the word secondary. I'm the other way. So it's like you say this. It's like, boy, shut up, you stupid. What are we talking about? Wait, what are we talking about? I need to understand exactly what the connotation is because I need to understand. You know what I mean? That's just how I engage with people. But saying all to say whatever. I think when we talk of relationships, it's so much to talk about, which is why we decided to do this podcast. And all of these things are run on, and all of these things are connected. You can talk about what we're talking about now, last week, with last week's topic, or the week before that. And these are all parts of relationships and growing relationships. But the biggest thing is communication, being true to yourself, and being true to the other person. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
Now, with pet peeves is about what you don't like and being able to speak about what you don't like, what annoys the jack shit out of you. And I know for a fact you got one in there specifically because we talked about it when I was back home. And I was dying laughing in my head and in my, outside my body and everything. We gonna get there. But I want to, like I said, clear this queue real quick because we got love from the chat room and they just going on and on without us. I love it. Crystal says, saying hello is one thing, but giggling the whole conversations with someone you can obviously tell is attracted to you is a hell no for me. Now, how do you feel about that, Ruth? I'm going to let you talk on that first.
Yeah, I think, of course, it be cordial. We adults. We from walk past people. We got to greet people. I mean, that's just the proper thing to do. However, you're doing a little too much giggling and all these combos is now you a little too friendly. In my eyes, you're just a little too friendly now. Now you need to simmer down. If my ass get the boiling notice, you don't want that.
Yeah, we don't want
so
that.
If I were you, let's be respectful here because see, this is where I still need to grow back because I get childish. I get real childish. Okay. So in your mind, you thought it was okay to do all this hee ha ha in my face. Okay. Stay tuned. Because I'm about to show you how I feel. Be in that situation. Because if you didn't think it, me telling you that I didn't like it and you just didn't comprehend it, now I'm going to show you. It's petty. I'm trying to get past that phase.
Then this is what I'm going to say. I get it. And the challenge for me is such is this. If I feel I found the one, right?
Mm-hmm.
In my heart, I believe this. You can talk to whoever the fuck you want to talk to. You can go hang out, like you can go hang out, go hang out. Because to me, at the end of the day, I the trust is everything for me. It's everything. So, like I have friends, and I'm not going to name them out there, but I have friends that are beautiful friends. Like all my friends are beautiful, first of all, because they're all amazing. But specific friends that are like they explore, and they're allowed to explore because they have set it up so that they have communicated eloquently in order for them to be able to build off of what works for them. And there's no attachments. There is no, you can't really talk to me that way in front of these people. There's no, you can't. You be grinning too much at this person because no. At the end of the day, that's my person. My person gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. Like okay, joke is joke. Sometimes let's be realistic. Do we or do we not agree that in relationships there are a lot of people that are like, and I'm not even talking about personal relationships. I'm talking about business relationships. I'm talking about like if you're a salesperson and so forth and so on. Do you not? Okay, let's even take it a step further back. Do you not agree that sex sells?
Unfortunately, yes, it does. Where the niggas' morals at? Like, come on, folks.
So my thing is this.
It does.
Let me ask you this question. This is a conundrum I pose out there. We didn't go straight away from pet peeves, but it is what it is from my perspective. So if you significant other was talking, you guys are at a party,
Mm-hmm.
a networking party, and you felt your significant other was smiling too much and grinning too much in somebody's ear. Is that going to piss you off? Yes or no?
Yeah. What
Okay.
they here for? First of all, now you in his space. You up in there talking about, nah, you too close. You too fucking close.
Yeah.
Don't make me come through pride open. What we doing here? What we doing here? Too close.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this question. If your man was Barack Obama and you guys was at a networking party and he kiki and kaka and so forth and so on, are you going to be upset with him kiki and kaka?
He gonna catch, because of who he is. He gonna catch hell later on that night. But best believe when President Bush come back around, I'm gonna be reaching for candy, just like Michelle ass did with Bush. Yup, and you can tell Barack didn't like it. Each time, let somebody talk to Michelle. He didn't like it.
Fair. The point I was trying to arrive at, and I was testing it. You passed because, like, again, you're dope. You come from good stock, but I think it always boils down to what do you want? And I always say that, and it's a very big phrase with me. I always say it's when it comes to women, and I'm not an authority whatsoever because I'm not a woman. I'm gonna say that, and I can be very loud and wrong, and if I am, I will definitely apologize if it rubs people the wrong way. Let me say that. But in my opinion, when it comes to women, it's more about I want the man I like or want to be with to do what I'm telling them to do, more so than I just want a good man, because there's good men everywhere. But I like what I like out of that. I want this guy that I like to do this way or do that way, and then they get protective. Obviously, again, I can be loud or wrong. You ain't got to throw me a lifeline. If I'm an idiot, I'm out here floating. But I'm saying from the perspective of when we talking about what you are willing to put up with this person in the verse of that person, what you're willing to deal with, like certain pet peeves, like it's like, and I'm telling you right now, any guy right now would be like, yo, they with their significant other, and their significant other don't push the tube or toothpaste up, so got the little lumps and shit all in the toothpaste, and the toothpaste tube is all like this instead of moving all of the paste up to the top, right? Now, that's their significant other. It's like this motherfucker don't even have don't have even in themselves the decency to bring the toothpaste up to the tube top, right?
Or they need the daggone toilet seat up.
Right. But okay,
Yeah.
you can say that. You can say that. Okay, fine. Let's say for instance like this. Let's flip it, right? So for ladies, my significant other don't even leave the toilet seat up. I mean, put it down for us. He always leave it up, and it pisses me off, right? But what if your significant other, ladies, was Morris Chestnut?
And Morris put that damn lid down.
You ain't gonna put that lid down. You know good damn well. He all right. He all right.
If it was starstruck, he better put that lid down too. Thank you.
Even if it's like Idris Elba.
I don't give a fuck who you is.
You don't give a fuck who
put the lid down, please. Thank you.
Okay. So, and I'm glad we get somewhere. So you tell me.
We better have a house that has the 2 bathrooms in it. One is his, one is mine. So I ain't ever got to worry about it because I know his side gonna be nasty.
Man, listen. Okay. I love this debate. This is
smell like a urinal.
It smells like a. Why does it smell like a urinal? Because you leave the toilet seat up.
Y'all are pissy. Shit just be around the toilet and stuff. Disgusting.
Well, I listen. Go ahead.
No, I can't say that because the female bathroom.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all be having stockings and shit like y'all still wear stockings. Like who wears stockings? What is it like the medieval times? Like what's happening? I'm gonna just wear these stockings today.
Nah, I'm talking about funk, Donnie.
What the hell do you think come from the stockings?
You talking about stockings?
I'm talking about stockings because now luckily my baby don't do that. She don't do the stockings. So luckily I ain't gotta worry about that. But I can see some and be like, what the hell is going on with it? Like somebody opened Pandora's box, they need to shut that shit ASAP. Because it's like
disrespectful. When you leave your coochie behind, that's disrespectful. You need to take that coochie behind it.
Exactly. Exactly. All I see is this little like net of crotch, this crotch net sitting in there. Like, what's going on with life, bro?
What you be coming across in life?
But I went to college. That's all I'm gonna say to you, bro. Like, and shout out to Hampton University. We love Hampton University to death, but I'm gonna tell you right now, they were certain dorms, bro, where you go over there in the shower in there, bro. Woo! Child.
Why you telling y'all secret?
I need to have slippers.
You're gonna have their parents like, oh, my daughter goes there.
Well, maybe they changed it now. But when I went there, they needed to contact Whipple Barn, be like, Whipple Barn, y'all got a problem on your hands over there. It's an epidemic. Anyway, we're gonna go back through we need to catch up because there's comments on comments. Simone says, overall, I feel like you shouldn't change a person because you're with them now. They were their own person before they met you. That's come down to friends, the clothes they wear, anything. I agree with you 1,000%, Simone, because as I'll say, I ain't nobody property. I'm who I want to be. I'm who I want to be with who I want to be with. And that is that. And I would hope that my lady feels that she could say the same thing. I don't ever want her to feel like she's property. Ever. Like, if that's what you want to wear, I'm going to just advise strongly against that if that is that not becoming of your old brand. But if that's what you want to do, I'm going to be the most supportless, rootless, toothless goddamn dude on your arm. I'd just be like, all the pictures are like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga, yeah. But, you know, I'm with it. You know, I agree with Simone. Do you not agree, Ruthie Renee?
Yeah, I agree. And I also agree right there with Jamal talking about some self-awareness. Jamal, I think a lot of people lack that for real. Self-awareness. You have to be aware.
Agreed.
Of everything at all times. I think, like, if you just look at life in itself now, it's like chaos. And to me, that's like you don't even have a sense of self-awareness of yourself. People don't even know what the hell it is that they want. That shit is key. And I think that's what a lot of people is lacking.
I agree. I can tell you, I came online 5 years ago, and I've been very self-aware ever since. And I don't want to be, you know what I mean? I don't want to be nothing else. I'm aware. Like if people say they woke, yeah, I came online 6 years ago. No, 5 years ago. So paying attention. You gotta own your mistakes. Like I know I'm an asshole. I know I'm tough to deal with. I know that I'm, you know what I mean? Like Some people will say I got delusions of grandeur. Some people say a lot of things about me. But you know what? As long as they saying it though, while I'm still doing it, that's how I feel about it. You know what I mean? I keep it moving. Christina King Pickett says, "How about comparing you to an old girlfriend boyfriend / seeing my friends dealt with that comment." Agreed.
That was the first thing I said.
You said what? Oh yeah, that it was the first thing you said.
Mm-hmm.
And with that being said, I gotta say, yeah, don't ever. That's just again emotional intelligence. Like, I'm not gonna compare you to somebody that ain't here no more. Like, why would you do that? Like, it makes no sense. But again, it goes back to this comment. That one, self-awareness. Gotta say. So I'm sorry, I'm just trying to catch back up. You're not off topic, King Pickett.
No, you're not correct.
Steve Taylor said it's also about you and about what you and your partner agree on. It's what's comfortable for your relationship. True, but comfortability can be deadly in a relationship. Period. That's my only thing about it. And I'm not. Trust me, I'm not exonerated of myself. Trust me, I've heard things. I'm not perfect, and I just do the best I can from one day to the next. But being comfortable is one thing. I don't like being comfortable. I'm comfortable with myself. But when it comes to relationship, I'm uneasy every day, because I'm just like, at the end of the day, I need to make sure that. You said what?
You don't trust, do you?
I don't trust.
Mm-hmm.
No, I trust, absolutely.
How can you trust if you're never comfortable?
Because my thing is this: how can I say I'm comfortable? To me, if you're too comfortable and get too lax, you allow things to happen. You know what I mean? So I just feel like in my relationship, it's my job to do X and X and O, and cover all of the bases. So I'm always on alert. I want to make sure that person's happy. I want to make sure that person's fed. I want to make sure the person's safe. The person's taken care of. If I can't do that, what's my point of being in a relationship? So my thing is, I like, hey, what do you need today? How can I help you? What's up? What's going on? Talk to me. To me, that's the point of communication, because I want what's best for myself and that person that I'm with. You know what I mean? And then that same thing with everybody that I love. At the end of the day, it's like, what do you need? How can I help you? Okay, let's go. Let's get it. And that's how I feel about it. Complacency is detrimental, just like comfortability is. You should feel comforted, but not comfortable, if that makes sense. That's just how I feel about it. How you feel about it?
Yeah, there's a whole lot. I mean, I just do believe that people should just compromise. I think you just gotta definitely compromise, especially if you're in it. You gotta, but when you go in there, like when you talking to me, Donnie, like what I hear is like one side. I don't never hear you say like we or us. It's like I understand, and it's from your own perspective, but when you're in a relationship, you can't no longer just think for self. But at the same time, you gotta think for both. I don't know. I get what you're saying though, but because if you do that, then it's like you're losing yourself in the mix too of who you are. You don't ever want to lose yourself, but I don't know. Balance, compromising, I would say. Financial sign,
Yeah, Simone said, yes, sir. Barack Obama, Morris Chestnut, whoever. If you too friendly, sir, I'm coming through. 6 feet in the conversation. Yep. I get it. I feel you, Ruthie. And yes, I am I talk very first personish. And that's who I am as a person. But one thing I know about myself is I talk first person ish because I don't presume to know what's on another person's mind.
Right.
I do. I take effort to try to not assume what's on another person's mind. Like, I don't. That's not what I'm into. So I respect everybody around me enough to for them to have an opinion, and for me to really listen and foster their perspective and their opinion about life. They have unique perspectives. They see things that I don't see. They're experiencing things that I don't experience. So That's why I speak matter of factly like that. I do only talk about myself. Now in relationships with Mo and everything, like the thing I had to learn was to not put myself in that space. She's her own person, as was said as a comment previously. She was a whole ecosystem before we even connected. So what do I look like talking about? You did X that whole ecosystem out because we together now. You know what I mean? It don't work that way. That's not it. So the thing is that I just try to go into it with a perspective and a mindset of understanding that there are like Neo in the Matrix, there is no spoon. There to me, there is no pet peeve. Pet peeves are pet peeves. Like who invented it? Like at the end of the day, I like this or I don't like this. Like, yo, I don't like when you do that. And I'm gonna just keep it a buck. If I sit back and be like, here she go again, like to me, if I compile a list of pet peeves, that means you consistently doing some shit I don't like. And now I got receipts. That's what it feels like to me. I'm just saying. Not saying anybody else is wrong. Other people are more than willing to tackle it however they want to tackle it or believe what they want to believe. But to me, it's receipts. So, I don't like the way you do this. It annoys the shit out of me. I go back to hygiene. Yeah, I can't stand this shit be fucking, like, why is that? You don't see that big ass piece of strawberry that fell on the fucking floor? Like, you didn't see that? Why do I gotta see that strawberry to go pick it up? You know what I mean? You didn't see that motherfucker? Like, you don't see the little speck of crumbs, goddamn, from the season all that's on the counter? Why you don't see that? But looking at it from perspective, maybe they don't see it.
Nah. Yeah,
now,
it's trying.
True, but you say they try, but it's not always that because again, we only see what we see. How can you be faulted for things you don't see? And seeing is only perspectives, right? There's plenty of people that got like very, very bad vision, but they still see a lot.
And they can't see a big ass strawberry.
I'm just saying, it's not about the damn strawberry. it might be a piece of goddamn carrot or something. Like I don't even what to say because it's a strawberry, it's a no go for you or something.
Donnie, hold on, look at this. Look at this fool. He says, this is Jamal. Mm-hmm. His pet peeve. If we have two sinks, one is mine and the other is yours. Don't use my sink. Boy, please. Don't say it. Listen. Whatever sink we want to use.
I hate that. Now, okay. Now we want to talk. You got down there.
I can't use our sink.
The fuck kind of shit is that you talking about? Like, first of all, why is it that people have the opinion? I can do whatever I want with my stuff, but I can do whatever I want with your stuff. But you can't do whatever you want with any of that shit. What kind of audacity?
Karen.
The gall and nerve.
I'm really joking. I'm just joking for real, because at the end of the day, he right. I think in my situation now, please don't use my sink. You probably got like little toothpaste crumbs left in your sink, so I don't want to see that. Go do that over in your sink.
Listen, I'm bald and beautiful off a choice, right? But I do have some nuggets in there where I'm like LeBron with it. So I gotta keep this shit shaved. So when you go in the sink, sometimes I leave hair remnants in there. But that's because 9 times out of 10, the irrigation, the daggone sink don't go the way it needs to go. But I'm just saying from a perspective, I'm just being keeping it a buck. Because if I see it when I come back, I'm this is no go. This is not
do this. Turn on the faucet, get that little scoop of water to get in your palm and splash around in that sink. You gotta hit a splash.
The irrigation does not work that way. Sometimes it does not do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. We gotta keep it
friend. Because if I comb my hair, I be having
I'm sure you cat fur with the cat be having cat balls. What do you call them? The fur balls and shit. You probably got all type of nap balls and all type of shit up in there. I don't know, because you got that face. And see, Jamar filmed me with the don't scrunch the tube. Smooth that thing out. That's what man, listen, it's nothing. Yes. That's another thing that bothers me. Not gonna lie. It's just like but to me, that's my OCD. I can't be mad at her for my OCD because I like the tube to be smooth and she like a crunchy toothpaste tube.
That's when you just gotta buy your own toothbrush. I mean,
But
I
then,
said toothbrush. Oh, toothpaste.
I'm about to say that. I mean, if you don't already have your toothbrush, that's a problem. That's problematic. Morgan, that's this Morgan talk about she ordered the joint. What's up, Morgan? How you doing? Agreed, because your partner is not the famous person in the world. It's your person. You don't look at them the same in public. They can know you just like anybody else. That's fantastic. But what if it's in yourself? I'm just saying. If it's in yourself, though, I'm sure some of y'all be like, I mean, but it's in yourself, though. Come on now. Let's be keep it a buck. Keep it a buck.
So he gets a pass because of who he is. I mean, so he just gets to be disrespectful.
No, it's not disrespectful. It's not disrespectful if he drops a strawberry on the ground every now and again and then don't see it. Because maybe he's near stuff like farsighted. He can't see near or some shit. You know? These are things you got to take in consideration. People are y'all so difficult, you know? Hair in the sink drives her crazy. I'll bet. That's our sister. Hair in the sink drives me crazy too, which is why, you know, I have to go back and check the irrigation in my sink to make sure it's, you know, doing what it need to do. You know, she ain't trying to booty splash at 3. Okay, I don't even understand where that came from, but this is why we had to clear the queue.
Sometimes we tags more. Where he came in from being a people person or the mayor.
He's the mayor.
She tired now.
But that's why he's the mayor, because he understands what booty splash at 3 a.m. mean. That's what I'm talking about. You know, this is what I wore and who I was is what attracted you now. So why change? That's fair. That's fair. You know, all y'all should just, you know, I don't. You can video chat us. You can chat us. We got, you know, we'll get there. Anyway, I get it. I don't want to change who I am to an extent, but I don't want to be with some old, I don't want to change sourpuss individual either. Because maybe your style don't translate. You know, I'm just saying. Because I mean, my style does not translate to everybody. I understand that. So I don't dress for everybody. I dress what I feel makes me look a certain kind of way. You know? Now if my baby pull out some dungarees and have me try to put on, I'd be like, no, because I'm not wearing. Donnie does not wear dungarees. Like, who does that? Like, that's some other shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't wear chinos. You know, like, why? You or the little sombrero hat that you be wearing, and the half of LA women be wearing. The little sombrero, the little taco hat. I don't even know what you call it. I can't. Can you imagine this head of that? I'm just saying.
What you say?
Can you imagine this head in that taco hat?
Fuck no, it wouldn't fit.
Exactly. And imagine if I try to sink the joint back, like some of y'all be trying to style the joint sit back perfectly, and I got this big old just amen to Jesus right here. Come on now. You already know.
You can do the other one, the little hat, and y'all roll it around the little brim thing.
You talk about the Kevin Durant succotash joint?
Yeah, you know, light skin, I be doing that. You know, you just
first of all, I don't trust the person who fold there's skull cap that like that. Like, it looked like it made me think of tuna cans, the old sardine cans. So you just gonna roll the joint all the way up. It's just like you got the whole rubber when you pull it out of the package and you just pull it out.
I like it.
That's cool. You can like it. I don't like it. That's cool. That's again.
I think it'll fit you.
No.
Yes, it will. You know, when you freshly shade that up right there, boy. You know, you put your smell goods on. Hey, y'all, Donnie be killing it. I don't know. Donnie, I think you got some competition out here when it comes to the smell goods, though.
Who?
I think Crystal husband, Joe.
Tell Joe.
They smell goods too. So I don't know who collection is large, but I be telling people about your collection.
That's fair. I mean, Joe can come see me. We can talk about it. I refuse to sustain my throne of smelly smells. I refuse to do it. Me, I refuse. Me, this is who we talk about. He's like, and you know, Joe's cool. I definitely want to link up with Joe. We're gonna hang out with Joe. It's all love, Joe. You know what I mean? But I can't relinquish. You understand? I can't relinquish my throne of smelly smells. I can't do it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about it. Like Jabbar, they on both sinks. They always steal our stuff. See, that's a Krabby Patty set. See, I don't want to be that guy. You know what I mean? But that's my brother, and I love him. But I can't be that. I don't want to sit there and be like, they always steal my stuff. Now I'm broken. No. God damn it, no. Why? And let me ask you this. So we talk about pet peeves. Let's talk about it. Why we get to the restaurant, you got to stare at the menu like the shit changes every 30 seconds. Okay? Why you can't just be like, okay, we had Hardee's. Get a Hardee's fucking burger. Like, I mean, I'm saying we got McDonald's. Get a fucking McNugget. Like, I mean, I'm trying to think. I had salad 2 days ago. I had pizza yesterday, so I don't want pizza today. But then you get what you get, and then you want to look over. Let me have some of what you eat, because I just want to taste it because you eating it. What is that about? I don't understand that.
Unfortunately, I can't answer that question, man. I do. I am aware of women doing that, but I am the complete opposite. Like, I really know what I'm just gonna get in and get out. You get your food, I get mine. We good, man. Just keep it moving. I like it simple.
I like it simple too. That's why we family, I guess. So Simone Barrett says, so what if my pet peeve is grabbing their phone or looking their phone, but they do it to yours with no problem? If you aren't doing anything wrong, just as I am, why is that a pet peeve? Okay.
That's a narcissist, so controlling ass person. They better go sit the hell down some damn way, because you ain't about to come sit over here touching on my phone, my property, or whatever the hell, but then be like, no, don't touch mine. It's like, what kind of shit you trying to run up in there? No, just no for me.
I'm very sensitive to phones. I'm very sensitive.
You can go on my phone, but that's the difference, just asking or whatever. But yeah, and when I ask on your phone, you better let me see it. I
am very sensitive with phones. I'm saying it again. I'm very sensitive with phones. The reason why is because I have to trust the person. It's not that because me, I don't do anything wrong. Everything that I do, look, at the end of the day, if I'm a fugazi dude, and I expect everything to be fugazi. Like, I work too goddamn hard to be, having somebody playing shit off a hunch on my fucking phone. I make too many connections. I know too many people, and then somebody texts me, "Hey, Donnie, what's up?" Somebody I ain't talked to in like 3 years, but all of a sudden now they, singing background for Beyonce, and just like, "Hey, Donnie, I was thinking of you. What's up?" But you see, so what's it? Who is Bum Quisha talk about? Miss you? Talk about? Nigga, you don't even understand the story. But it goes to the negative connotation. What? So my thing is this: don't touch my phone. You just gotta trust me. I get it. I understand how arrogant and ignorant that sounds, but I'm like, because I work too hard to build what I got to have somebody be like, oh, will everybody else be like that? So what makes me think you gonna be the same person? Well, that's a you problem. Okay. Mm-hmm. As far as me on my perspective on phones, that's your phone. I don't give a shit what's in your phone. I really don't. Even if you got, all I say is, if you that type that you got naked booty pics, or you want to send naked booty pics to some dudes so they can see what you working with, don't let me find it. Because then don't be mad at me, because now I found it and now I see it and now I don't trust you. Now I don't want to deal with you, because at the end of the day, it's like you violated the trust. Mm-hmm. Until then, I don't go searching for the phone. I don't be looking for your phone. If I see your phone, I would like people before, hey, your phone ringing. I don't care. I don't care, because again, we all humans. That's how I feel. We all adults. We all humans. So I don't touch my phone, yo. Unless you, like I said, you somebody that trusts me and understand. Okay, you trust that I'm not going nowhere. Okay, cool. Then it is what it is. Then you can have access to the phone. But I don't like the fact that people be like, oh, I mean, I gotta see what's in your phone. I need the code. I need the missile codes. Mm-hmm. Like, what is you? Like fucking DEFCON? Like that now. What's the shit is out Colorado, Rudy? I know you're military. What's the name of the shit? The base? You don't know. You don't remember.
What? Fort Coffee?
No. It's some shit in Colorado. They got the DEFCON. Anyway, whatever. So that's how I feel about it. Sorry if someone's okay. But what if your sink stopped up? See,
because that's all the hair that went down the drain.
Man, listen, it'd be a bunch of hair.
So,
and you know what's another thing when you talk about pet peeves? Sunflower seeds. Let me tell you something.
What you mean?
Sunflower seeds. People eat the sunflower seeds, and next thing you know, you got the little shells be on the floor somewhere. Sometimes they in the bed, you be trying to lay, go to sleep, you scratch your own goddamn calf muscle. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what you doing with what you doing with the sunflower seeds? I guess that's a me journey.
No, they nasty. Whoever the fuck that is. I ain't never heard of no sunflower seed pet peeve. You better clean up after yourself. You ain't gonna see.
Well, for reasons why now I feel I need to say that my lady does not do that, but I have been with a few exes in the past that did do that. Okay, so I'm being 100%. Now we have a conversation because I'm going to trouble if I don't clarify that. So that's it. But it's if one person do it, that's one person do it. But if two people do it, it's a thing, right? So. If you sit there eating the fucking sunflower seeds, you know what I mean? You can get all of the sunflower seeds.
No. See, I can't be in a relationship with a person like that because I fuck around and go tie a grocery bag to their hip, or whenever they bring up them seeds, I put it on around their neck like a bib and shit. Spinning this. I gotta treat you like a kid since you over here spinning shit all around the house with your nasty self.
But sometimes you need to do that, especially with sunflower seeds. But I don't eat sunflower seeds like that.
Get you a cup. You get your little red cup. Everybody got red cups.
You have a cup.
Everybody got plates now.
But see, that's the sophistication of it. This is what I'm talking about. You're sophisticated. There's a lot of people that just don't think like that. They just like, hey, nigga, like you supposed to put it in your head. It's another pet peeve of mine. I'm sorry I got to say this, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm gonna say it on the air because I'm daring like that. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, knuckle tattoos on women. Or neck tattoos on women. Listen, I'm sure you got a reason. This is just my pet peeve. I'm not saying that I condemn everybody who do it, but I don't know old Larry Hughes, freaking Allen Iverson chick, be goddamn trying to hug up on me, but you got knuckle tattoos there. I can't trust you. I can't sleep next to you, bro. I can't.
That's your preference, though.
That is a preference. That's why it's my perspective. That's why it's on the show.
But I mean, that's dead body.
Knuckle tattoos? I don't understand. Okay.
Yeah, you don't understand. And a lot of it, I don't either. I don't understand the ones that put tattoos on their face. I'm like, you ain't never getting a job. Unless you an artist or some kind of person in that kind of, or you a business owner, but you ain't about to work for nobody professionally with that. Well, nowadays, shit, I don't know. Stuff changed lately.
I don't mean to cut you off. I do got to respond to this, though. Okay? Because Simone, again, she coming with all of the topics. One thing I will say, personal experience, I feel like most men don't have self-control, and that's a pet peeve. Okay. Example, I can go out with my girlfriends, and they are single, and they act as such, talk to men, but I won't men because their boys are doing it, and they got to do it too, and they aren't single. Okay. Listen.
I don't know what that just said.
Okay. Essentially what you say it is.
Simone, you got to slow down, baby.
Like from my perspective. My perspective. Look, I guess you try to say is that again, men don't have self-control. Okay, that's why I gotta stop it. The example is sound. I totally understand your example, but not all men. Ladies, listen. Until you have dated all men, please stop the whole, well, you know how y'all men do it. Please stop it. And men, if you doing that shit, please get an emotional IQ. Like,
I could sworn you just said to women.
What?
You got on us too.
I got on everybody, men and women. You got a husband, a wife, a life partner, whatever, please listen. Get an emotional IQ, okay? Don't say, well, you know how y'all, because I just feel that most men or most women or most partners, like, bro, you don't know how many people there is in the world, so how can you say numerically? How can you say I hate that is a pet peeve. That is a legitimate pet peeve of Donnie B GotDaBeats is, well, you know, most men. And so now that you dealt with most men now, that's awesome. You know, that lets me think, say like the wholesomeness of your vibe. You know, I don't think in generalities like that. Now, there are things I do look out for that's different, but I'm not here to sit there and say all women are arrogant, or all women are biased, or all women are so forth and so on. You know, I just there's something terrible.
You look like you bite.
Yeah, something like that. I've got my whole Wicked F shirt is all skewed and everything. I can't put wrinkles in it. Christine King Pickett says, "Don't cut your nails and toenails in bed or near it. Go in the bathroom, but the clippings in the toilet flush it." Okay, but why would you put it in the toilet? That goes out to the sea. See, that's what they're saying. Like now you got somebody crushing toenails in the sea. You're gonna get a sea turtle. It's gonna get in his throat. You're gonna suffocate. It ain't gonna be. I'm joking. But
hey, look, I don't know, sis. You might have to call me petty on this one or whatever, because I ain't flushing no goddamn toenail. Them motherfuckers going in the trash. First of all, that damn water bill be high as hell. I keep flushing some toilets for some toenails.
let me tell you
That shit going in the trash for free.
As nasty as it is, I'm not the guy, I guess. Because I don't give a listen, it's my toenails. I'm gonna clip them. It's called hygiene. Well, you want me to be hygiene? How you want me? No, I'm not gonna leave it in the bed if I get. But what if it? Come on now, don't act like y'all been. I'm gonna clip the toe. I'm gonna clip this nail, and then I collect all of them. You know, good day well you get that one back, click, and then don't jump. You be like, well, damn, I don't even know where that shit went. But hey, you know what? YOLO. Don't act like you ain't ever did that, yo. Please.
You see that message there?
I know. Auntie Rhea, Mary said he love you.
I love you too, my smoky boo.
He gonna be he got from his perspective. He's 7 years old. This boy look he gonna be a little sweet. He what?
He's 6.
He's about to be 7. So we caught it in ahead of time. But Ruthie, because their boys are acting single, they want to jump on the bandwagon and act single and cause problems at home. Monkey see, monkey do, pretty much. But as women, we won't have self-control. Yes, you do have self-control. Listen.
Get up out of there.
Simone, if it ain't working for you, do what you need to do. But don't go into it with the mindset that all men are like that. Because they're not. That's all I'm gonna say. And I think that's the bigger point of this whole thing with pet peeves is that don't go into the mindset that everybody's that way. That's that person. But you have to communicate with that person. If you really want to salvage said relationship that you are in, you need to have the conversation with that person. Truth hurts. It just does. But if the person's willing to be with you for the long haul, then they're willing to have the conversation. Maybe it's the way you saying it. Maybe it's the way you converse it. Maybe it's the way that you know the whole thing is coming together. It's work. But you still have to, like, if that's that person, then give it the benefit of the doubt. I can't think of. I have like damn near all of my closest friends are married. Damn near all of them. Maybe 2 or 3 couples out of everybody else that I know that are my closest friends. They're all married, and I would like to think happily because they've been together for years. I'm saying with that comes conversation. With that comes understanding, and understanding that this is my partner. What is a partner? A partner gonna be there with you through rain, sleet, hail, snow. They still with you. They running the same pace as you. They big up at you. Rudy, you gonna be a real estate agent? Guess who gonna be helping you out with the real estate shit? You wanna be an interior designer? Guess who gonna be holding the primer and the paint? Guess who? You know what I'm saying? Like that's your partner. You know what I mean? We pivot. Oh, okay. Well, you know what I'm saying? Damn, I couldn't do this today. Well, okay, man, what we need to do? They rolled you when the shit roll. Like, to me, that's a partner. Not you want to set these standards and no, it's late. Why you on your phone though? Bitch, I got kids. What we talk about? You know, why they text you down? Because it's my kids. They texting me. Like, I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. Why you phone ringing in this late? Like, you got me in the middle. Like, I'm in a crisis right now, I guess. You know, we can be so nice and try every way to talk about it and express things, but I feel like at times it's not really heard until we turn into Medea.
Okay, hold on now. Hold on, Doc. I got the chime in on this one. Listen up, and listen carefully, baby. if you have morals, you have your morals. You got standards, you have your standards. You have yourself respect and all of those things that you carry within that means the most to you. And if somebody ain't delivering that to you, man, it's on you to get the hell up out of there. You can call them every name in the book. You can sit up there complaining about what this person done did, but at the end of the day, you have a choice to leave. Leave. I mean, but you know when enough is enough. Just remember that, like, a person get on your nerves, but you also have the capability of walking away.
I
You
agree.
gotta have faith.
I agree. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you can go ahead.
I agree with you 1000%. And realistically, it all boils down to, at the end of the day, it's your decision. It's your choice. Like, this is what you do, and this is what, you know what I mean. Like, I don't believe that I don't need to turn into something else other than myself. If that person brings this side out of me that I don't want to come out, then I don't need to be with that person. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that, like, and I get it, because, like I said, 10 years ago, I was just a whole different person. Like, I had a whole different other, experience, and just knew and thought that I knew everything. But I really had to go through some stuff to really understand exactly. And, I try to be a learner. I'm a student. I'm a student of myself. I'm a student of the people around me. I try to study. And that's the biggest thing. It's just, I really just try to understand, how can I be a better person? And like I tell my kids, and I try to instill in them as much as I can. It's like, at the end of the day, you need to be the best version of yourself every day. Period. If everybody lived like that, and then you have a significant other that you choose to have in your life, because we all choose our significant others. Be the best version of yourself. That person, you can't control that person. That person want to do what they want to do. Cool. You can choose to keep them there, or you can choose to let them go. You know what I mean? I guess you don't agree, Auntie Rhea?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I do.
Are you sure you agree?
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's married. Like, even when you married a person, just because you married and you got a ring doesn't mean the person. People got to stop working.
Facts. Yeah, definitely facts on that one. Facts.
Like, cool, we get married. What's next? Mm-hmm. How we gonna take this shit over? How we gonna, what I'm saying? How we gonna keep the lights on? You know what I'm saying? How many cookouts we gotta have out here? To, like, you know what I'm saying? Keep keep shit going, or build shit. You know what I mean? How can I put you in a better light? How can you put me in a better light? How many cars we got? What we need to do? What kind of cars you seeing? Well, like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, shit, nigga, you got a promotion. Oh, okay. Let's figure it out. Like, what we trying to do? What's your thought process? What's your goal? Like, and if a person ain't trying to have that conversation, it's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
It's about being 100% honest, brutal honesty, straight up. Maybe, and I'm not condoning it, but at the end of the day, you never know until you had a conversation. What if that person is just like, you know what? Realistically, I value this relationship, but maybe I like the open relationship joints. You wonder how people get to that place where they can have an open relationship.
No,
that's cool, and I'm not saying that you should, and I'm not saying that you should. I'm not saying, you know what I mean? I'm saying, at the end of the day, you are the champion of your own destiny. If that's what you want, then how do you get to that person that does what you do or wants what you want? You have to get there. You know what I mean? You can't sit up there and be hot and lie to yourself and hide from yourself, and take other people along with you for the ride. That, at the end of the day, you're not for that. I kind of really just
like, you need to be by yourself and do some self-reflection of yourself and some time alone. People should have utilized COVID-19 to work on themselves. But back to what you were saying, an open relationship, no, sir. It's too much out here. It's just too much disease, Donnie. I'm not doing it. No, I ain't trying either. I'm gonna be stingy with mine. Hell no. I
No,
ain't sharing.
that's fair. That's fair.
That's
And again,
nasty. That's greedy to me though. If you open relationship, like why? What you need
what,
multiple?
why is it if that works for them?
They nasty.
Why? Because that's what they did.
They greedy.
Yeah. Well, okay, but you don't think that's judgmental? If that's what they do, like okay, let's say for instance that there's certain cultures that believe that the men or the men can have multiple wives and so forth and so on, and people in that religion and that culture do that. That mean they nasty too? That's their way of life.
Okay.
I know you get it because you've been in other countries. You've been in other countries where that's where it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel what you're saying, and I understand how that could be a clash, a conflict of integrity. I get it, but again, it's perspectives. You can't admonish somebody's perspective. You know what I mean? Like that's their perspective. That's just the way that they think. If that's the case, I just choose not to be around that, and it is my choice. You can't force me to stay with you and go along with your journey.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the key. So if you have radical truth, radical honesty, then I mean it is what it is. I think you maximize the situation. You trim all of the fat off of the steak, and you eating good. What do you like to do? Oh, I like to go out and go shoot. Nigga, I'm gonna go with somebody who like to go out and go shoot because I like to guess what? Every Thursday I like to go out and go shoot. Like to shoot. Like it is what it is. What about people that don't like it's like, okay, say for instance, using that example. I'm a person I like to go out and shoot, but then I get with somebody who's like, well, I don't like guns. So I'm supposed to stop my guns?
Well, you picked her. You should have
You
thought of
say
that
I
up
picked her.
front. You should have
That's my
communicated.
point. That's my point. I didn't pick her because I got the choice to be like, okay, well, a grand opening, grand closing.
You picked her then.
It's not.
You picked her.
I'm gonna put it like this. It's not you. Okay, that's a fair assessment, and I think everybody picks everybody. That woman who's sitting there in the bar on the dude roll up on her and charming her and the whole nine, she picked him too. You pick and choose who you want in your life, who you share energy with, and it is about energy. It truly is. I swear. That. Thank God. If I didn't learn nothing else about California, I learned it is truly about energy. You choose to give the energy that you choose to give energy to. I don't like, and I was at when I was out. Shout out to Joseph Harrison and Judge It for the live at Super Bar. I went out there for the first time in a while, and I literally said, I was like, you know what? Certain people, like there was a young lady who just kind of just rallied through the damn club, like just knocking everybody out of the way. And security was like, you believe this shit? The security was telling me, can you believe this shit? I was just like, so like I'm not even gonna get that energy. Like don't bother me.
You come over here with that damn elbow.
Listen, people just be on one, bro. I'm not gonna give you like
I ain't shit out here.
Yeah, but again, there are a lot of people out here that just ain't operating on the same frequency as everybody else, man. And if I allow my wavelength to wave every time a rogue wave comes through, I think I'll be all over the place. That's how I feel about relationships too. With your relationships, like at the end of the day, it's like cool. I know what I like, and I'm interested to know what you like and see what I can do if I can meet you that way. That's all that's important. Like at the end of the day, I don't wake up and be like, okay, she's cheating. Let me find out who she cheating with. But if it's some shit that just don't add up, okay. Here it goes again. Okay. That third time, it's like, okay, now I ain't crazy now. Now I gotta charge you. But there's a lot of people that do the reciprocal. There's a lot of people that sit up there and be like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like they get in a relationship, especially gotta say it, in my experience, women.
No, don't even say it. Not all women. Have you dated all women?
The gigs thing, you proving my point. You proving my point.
No.
But here's what I'm saying: keep that same energy. If you ain't learning from my perspective, keep that same energy. Don't be like, have you dated all women?
What you preach, big dog?
I feel you. So don't be like that. understand that it's like, okay, cool. Well, like, I ain't dated all men, so this dude might be that guy. If he violates your trust, which I understand you trying to protect your, your emotions and your feelings, and I don't ever want to be hurt, and I never let somebody else do it again. But reality is, if you guard it, you're not getting the blessing out of it anyway. I don't know.
But
Facts.
when you say, because you're the same person I really don't trust too easy, like
I trust people
because you that means you're guarded too because you're not being open.
Fair, but the one thing that I am is I trust people enough to be themselves.
Mm-hmm.
People are fallible. People make mistakes. My thing is, do you love me enough not to make the mistakes that I don't like you doing? You not cooking a steak right? So what? I mean, it's a steak. It's edible. I'll eat it. You not sweeping up? I hate having to go fucking sweep behind grown adults and doing extra shit. But guess what? Fuck it. You know what? It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do it anyway myself. If I was living by myself, so toothpaste. As much as I hate it, I don't want no crunchy ass toothpaste tube. No, we gotta smooth that shit out of the back end so it look like it's a whole tube at the top. All I gotta do is do this, and then the little toothpaste comes out. That's a beat. Yeah. But I'm not gonna be mad because you don't do that, but that she just don't do that. Oh well.
What about jealousy?
I hate jealousy.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing to be jealous about. That's where my narcissism kicks in. Nigga, I'm too glorious. I'm not like you gonna go with him? Cool. I'll see you about 10 years.
Like shit.
So you know what I mean? Like, just let me know. That's what I'm saying. If at any point in time it's not good enough for you, just let me know. It's cool. Like, how can I figure it out? How can we work it out? Is it salvageable? If you say no, all right.
People kill me, Donnie. They be like, "You ain't keep it real with me. Just let me know. Let me know." Then somebody come around and tell them the truth. I don't want to be with you. Start crying and shit, flipping furniture. Oh, you want to shoot me? All this other stuff. But you be,
Right.
that people make it sound so simple. Just tell me. Just keep it real with me. Then when a person do, it's horrible.
Now, and I love that you brought that up, and I think it's awesome. And I'm gonna ask you this: if that is the case, and that is the person that does that, right? Would you rather be the person that tells the truth and calls it like it is, or would you rather be that person that hides the truth and lives your life?
If we have to get to the point that you gotta be upfront, and hell no, I gotta save myself. I have to, because if you stay in something you're not comfortable with, it's only going to become damaging.
I feel you, and I agree.
It's like setting yourself up for failure, man. But again, only you know when enough is enough.
Agreed. And then at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Is am I giving enough to this? Is that person giving enough to this? It is what it is. It's not worth arguing. Certain things are not worth argument. But again, like I said, I'd rather you tell me, baby, like you need to just go ahead and just this whole toothbrush, just chew it. Just chew the toothbrush. It'll be better for you. Like, I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes
I be doing it. I don't be caring, man. I don't care if I hurt your feelings, but I'm like, shit, it's coming from me. Your breath stink. If your shit stink, your shit stink. I'm gonna tell you. Your breath stink.
One thing I will say is that people always catch up to wisdom. I don't give a fuck what you say.
And what?
Huh?
What you say we do?
People always catch up to wisdom.
Mm.
You always catch up to wisdom. You might not be there now, but at some point in time, you be like, damn, such and such day used to say that shit.
Mm.
Damn. Now it's damn. You see what I'm saying? And my thing is like, so it's like, look, I I try to be a student every day. I want to learn people. I want to learn the situation. I want to learn relationship. I want to learn. I want to be the master at it. I want to be able to work at it because it's something that works. It works. It's living and breathing. It's liquid, so it's fluid. It moves. Truth hurts. You know, like Simone said, keep it a buck. And the thing about it is, but you have to understand that you. With that being said, you can't be judgmental either. If a person does open up to be that person. Now, I have been accused of that, and at times I have gone against what I'm just saying here on this show. I'm human; it happens. But the one thing is that I don't go back into it and try to blame everybody else's mistake on a situation. I don't. I don't blame it on myself either. At the end of the day, look, all right. You said
that's one of my other pet peeves. Inconsistent, like a person who lacks that consistency, like just inconsistent and irresponsible, inconsiderate. All of those ends.
Indoor.
Yeah, the ends.
Inconceivable. You know, yeah. I mean, again, then you got to ask yourself exactly what type of person are we dealing with? Is that person mature or is that person not mature? That's really all it boils down to. Are you mature?
Everybody think they're mature.
Everybody would like to believe that they're mature, but what's the truth? Everybody ain't.
Yeah, same as driving.
You can go, you right now in the DMV right now. You can go on 95, but not everybody know how to fucking drive.
That shit irks my nerve. Don't get me started.
You feel me? Everybody believes that they get the best damn drive on the road, but that does not mean that you are a good driver. Now, my thing is this. I'm going to tell you your shit. Yo, you can't drive. You don't like it.
For them. And they mad as shit, Donnie.
Totally fine. Totally fine. I got one of those situations where, you know, I know someone that, you know, the whole time everything was a challenge. Told this mofo, like, look, no, I do not agree with you. I had to go ahead and leave the situation. It put me in a bad situation. It made my life more difficult, but that person refuses to learn from their mistakes. That person is still doing the same mistakes 20 or like 15 years later that they was doing when they first met them. You know what? Bet your mama miss you. But if you're not doing it in my presence, you feel me? So at the end of the day, it's like, you know, we pick and choose what we want to associate with, or who we want to share energies with. I want to grow. I always want to be in a space where I'm always growing and I'm always learning, because I love people so much. In turn, I hate people too, because there's a lot of people who just are just arrive at status quo and then they fucking knock their head on the fucking front door. They don't try to kick the door down. They don't try to go around and see if another door open. They just run smack head first into a brick wall, or brick wall or the front door. You know, so I'm inquisitive. I take everybody at face value. It is what it is. Everybody has an opportunity to be in my energy. If you're not, and then if you fail it, that's on you.
I used to be like that. I'm such an introvert. Like, leave me alone.
I get it.
I be in my own little world. I just like to be by myself. Like, really, I don't bother nobody. I just be laying low. Like to keep people thinking, keep people wondering, and keep people to fuck about my business. As it should be.
King Pickett says being in a marriage or having a significant other is not easy. It's continuing, I'm assuming, learning experience process. Having good communication is a plus. Listen to each other. I still learn things, and so does Thomas. She's not ashamed to say it. And that's a beautiful thing for y'all. And at the end of the day, we're like you said, Sissy, like, it don't matter. Y'all been together that long. Y'all should write a book any fucking way, because y'all been together that long. That doesn't happen in today's society. So, you know, whatever y'all got working is working for y'all. That's awesome. And I think that's really all it boils down to, is that if you find somebody, make sure that you know, that's your significant other. You're not, like, and that's the thing that kills me. You get people in relationships and they have these expectations, as we mentioned earlier, that subtract away from the overall strength of what you guys could be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't deal with that. I don't deal well with that because at the end of the day, if you're not about, I like among my short or perceivably long list of pet peeves, I don't like negative energy. I can't stand negative. I can't stand people to be like, I mean, most black men, they don't do this. Or most black men are bad fathers. Like like okay, fucking Guinness Book of World Records. Like since you know every fucking thing, you know
So
what I
male
mean?
bashing.
Huh?
Male bashing. You don't like it.
I don't like male bashing. I don't like black male bashing. I don't like assumptions. I don't like. I get how assumptions work. I get that we're all human and we all have them, but at the end of the day, when I wake up in the morning, I don't sit there and think like, I hate this group or these people and so forth and so on. At the end of the day, I wake up and like, how am I going to win today? And this person is there, amazing, and that's awesome. And how can I make us stronger? Oh, I got this person. This person needs me to do this. Okay, how can I make that dope as fuck? And that's how I move with everything. So, being 25 years together. See, 25 years, I don't give a damn what nobody say. You've been together 25 years. That's then there's towns that ain't 25 years erected. So, that's awesome. Y'all got something to contribute. But like I said, at the end of the day, because I always feel like I'm talking too much, and I probably am. I just feel like when we're talking about everything, when we talk about pet peeves, we're talking about communication, we're talking about issues in relationships, we're talking about cheating, we're talking about the whole nine, we're talking about perspectives. And everybody has perspectives, but you have to be a champion of your own perspective and understanding what the lens you're seeing through is a perspective. That person could be right. Your assumption is so great that you create this situation, and maybe it's not quite what you think it is. That's my takeaway from it. So we're talking about pet peeves. That's a huge one for me. It's not about what you think things are going to be. It's about, okay, if you believe that and that person becomes that, then that's one thing. If you believe that person shows you that, that's another thing. But if you believe that so much that you wish that on a situation because you so butthurt or PTSD by that guy in the past that you love, that woman in the past that you love so much, and they hurt you. Yo, I literally walked in on one of my exes cheating on me. Like walked in the fucking like, and usually people be like, if I walked in on my significant other cheating, I'm gonna kill everything and I'm gonna murder everything moving. Nigga, I walked in. And it's just like, I just closed the door. At that moment, my life was more important than that person doing that bullshit. You laughing? That's not. Did not expect that. Yeah, and then I'll be talking from my perspective, San Quentin. From my perspective, Attica.
Mm-hmm.
My freedom, my freedom of choice, my personality, what my life could be was greater than that moment. It is what it is. You're for the time. It is what it is.
Yeah.
To me, it's right up there. If somebody get up, and I meant to say this earlier, but we well over time, and we got to get ready to wrap up. Mm-hmm. But you significant other gets offended, because somebody talking about that person, and then I got to go up and feel like I got to go slap the fuck out of somebody. Yeah, you know what I mean, like, now I absolutely will slap the shit. I'll slap a shit out of multiple people over certain people that I love.
Yeah,
so,
slaps.
You said what?
I said you out here serving slaps.
I serve the fuck out of somebody. At the end of the day, like I reserve the right to slap whoever the fuck I want to slap. I'm not walking out there looking for a slap. I'm not waking up in the morning yelling, "Oh, who can I slap today?" No. But I reserve said right that if motherfucker come for me, I will slap the goddamn shit. I don't give a fuck where we at. So Maybe that's the Philly in me. I don't care. But I will slap the goddamn brakes off of somebody. But don't give me a reason to slap somebody. And I think that's the part to get lost. You know?
You about to get in trouble. You about to get in trouble like Will Smith for saying all this.
That's fine.
You know, people are like, you can't smack nobody no more, Donnie. So you might not even speak when you about to slap anybody.
Well, large targets make large targets. I'm not large yet. When I get there, though, they 5 to 10 years from now, they're gonna catch her. They're gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah, you know, he said this is at one time ago, 10 years ago. That's how they got Bill Cosby. 10 years ago, 20 years ago, he did this to me. Not mocking anybody because that's tone deaf. But I'm just saying from a perspective of people, in hindsight, it's always easy to go back on people. At the end of the day, like I said, perspective is perspective. I slap the fuck out of somebody. Don't fuck with my people. Period. You don't do that, we good. Comedian, no comedian. Now, I get it. Chris Rock was Chris Rock. And did that deserve a slap? I don't know. It's not like he was Andrew Dice Clay or anything, but he slapped the fuck out of him. Even he said, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me. There's beauty in that. If people can understand that instead of being so quick to judge and quick to be, you know, about it. Like, you guys slapped the fuck out of him. And then you said it to millions of people, Will Smith just slapped the fuck out of me. It wasn't because he was just like, oh, I'm Chris Rock and hey, today's awarding slap. No, nigga, you was talking about something. See, this is what I'm saying. People need to own what they do. That's how I feel about it. Own what you do. If you didn't say that, you would have got slapped. Saying.
Yeah. I still fuck with Will. That's all I got to say.
I fuck with Will.
Everybody act like they ain't never seen somebody get slapped before. Have that? All of us know what it feel like to get one of them slaps. Mom smacked me like that before. Everybody acting like they ain't never got their ass smacked before. Oh, Will didn't smack somebody. Oh well, somebody else getting smacked tomorrow.
Listen.
Go on with the next hit. They just be so dramatic out here. So what?
As tone deaf as it comes across, I'm telling you right now, I live in a life of life. Shit is everything is touchable. Your family, your loved ones, your friends, you touchable. Where I'm coming from, and I tell people like out here in LA, La La Land, all that bullshit is okay. Y'all Hollywood if you want, but where I'm from, half the fuck shit that be going on, niggas get fucked over. Period. You get knocked out over. Period. We will drag you out your car. Period. Like it's not a game. And to sit there and like we'll drag you out and apologize. Oh, I should have done that. But at the end of the day, your ass is drugged though. You gonna think about it next time. That's back in the day where I was raised like nigga, I will scar you. If I can't win a fight, you're gonna be scarred. You're gonna remember me. You can say it's archaic, you can say it's whatever. I'm not saying I all I'm saying is at the end of the day, that is my truth. That is my reality. That's what I grew up around. And I grew up around motherfuckers that will open shit up. They will open your body cavity up just because. Sorry. That was my life. And that's how I not saying I'm gonna do it, not saying it's right. I'm saying that's what it is. So I learned how to circumvent that. I learned how to appreciate and respect everybody around me. So I think if people want to start operating with a sense of this could offend somebody, this could hurt somebody, or somebody could take this the wrong way, I think we all be in a better situation, including in relationships. The same thing. You wake up, you be like, you know what? If I come at this person this way, they gonna take it the wrong way. If I come at this person and sit there and insinuate that they cheating, but I don't got no hardcore evidence, then it's gonna look like I'm pressing them because I really don't got nothing. You know what? Let me not do that until I got something. You know, there's a lot of different ways to attack certain things. It's just a matter of being smart. It's a matter of being having emotional intelligence to be able to pick and choose your battles. That's how I feel about it. Mm. You agree? You're not agree? So I'm sure that this is going to get ripped up at some point in time. I'll own that. I do not hold Ruthie Renee to those standards because what I say out of my mouth is whatever I say out of my mouth. You know, but that's just what I believe. So we are incredibly over time. I appreciate you for hanging in there with me. We had a whole little thing. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all. We had this lined up and everything. We had a nice little game and everything ready to go that we gonna roll out in the future. We just didn't get to it today because we had such a very good topic. And that's what we like to do here, from my perspective, have good topics. Ruthie Renee, you have any last words with regard to tonight's episode?
Yes, a very deep episode tonight. I think we all have pet peeves. Do that make you a bad person? No. Regardless, at the end of the day, just do what's best for your relationship. I mean, just find a way that makes it work for the both of you all. Compromise. I believe compromising is a big thing. Talk about it, talk through it, and get through it and get over it. And love one another. Continue love, keep pressing on, because right now, who wanna go back out here in that petri dish? Like, you see the dating scene, shit is crazy out there. I'll be damned if I go back out there. I don't know. It's like, at this point, just let me be single at this point. I don't even, hell no. Hell no. No, just try to work through it.
I'm with you.
Let him pickings.
I'm with you. Like, if the shit ain't working out, I'm gonna be single, and I'm not gonna be seeking out no other shit, because at the end of the day, I'm just tired. I'm tired, but it's not tired about my baby, because my baby, she's a rider. She do what she do, you know what I mean. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Things don't work out. Like, I'm not this like you said, the dating pool is anemic. It's just a whole bunch of TikTokers and Instagrammers, and bro, I ain't got time for that life at all.
Grandmas. What the fuck is a grandma? Your ass is a grandma. So I'm talking about some daggone grandma.
Well, we got the Angry Bird. The Angry Bird is a grandma, I think, but she just ain't trying to show cleavage, which I don't want to see grandma's cleavage. So thank you, Ma, for being Ma without the cleavage. Yeah.
Who? Mama?
Geraldine, she's a grandma.
Nah, she better not call herself that. Ma, you call yourself grandma you want to, girl. I'm fine. You be grandma. You a big ma, whatever it is.
Big ma.
Big mama and shit.
Big ma. It is what it is. Like, look, at the end of the day, we are way above time. Wanted to throw these nuggets out here. Thank you for joining my perspective. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me and Ruthie Renee's perspectives on relationships. It's very important that, like she said, we need to learn to love up on each other, man. Love is not something to be toiled around with. If you love somebody, love them. Like, just experience it. It's too many people that use love like a weapon. Don't do that. That's bad. And if you do that, then you get everything that you deserve by playing with such a force. You know what I mean? Don't do that. Don't do it at all. With all of that being said, though, talking about pet peeves. Everybody, pet peeves are like emotions, which are like opinions. And assholes. Everybody's got one. But at the end of the day, the best you could do is honor the person that you with, or honor the person that you want to share energies with, or be around with. Show love, share love, spread love. Everything else will work itself out. I promise you, 9 times out of 10. It is what it is. Ruthie Renee, it's always great to connect with you, sister. You already know I'm gonna be on your phone several times this week.
Absolutely.
And it is what it is. You have a good week. You say,
shit, I'm back at work full time, so I'll be driving up the road like, Lord, not another day. I don't want to be in the bed.
Trust me too. And it is what it is, but we out here working and we keep it G nonetheless. But like I said, on behalf of my sister Ruthie Renee, on behalf of From My Perspective TV, I'm Donnie B. Got the Beats. We live on From My Perspective TV. And with that being said, we are out, ladies and gentlemen. Peace.
Donnie B. Got the Beats.